Galaxy Unpacked is done, and now the important question on whether you should upgrade to a Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 5. And once again, it's based on what generation you're coming from and what you're looking for and what's most important to you. Because the one thing that's going to make it easier for a lot of us is the trade-in offers that were not available on the S23 Ultra. We all came on here and said, Samsung took them away from us and they took their ball and they went home with the trade-in offers. They're back. Really aggressive trade-in offers on the foldables this year that we didn't think were going to be there a little bit earlier in the year, but they're here. If you trade in your Flip 4, you're getting $900. $900. And I think they said the original price without the promotion is like $370. So use the link in the description. Does help the channel. But what you do is you lock that in. Lock in that promo trade-in, because when it goes away, when the phone releases, it's going to be like $370, $400. So if you're looking to get that larger outer display and for the hinge to close flat, now is your time to trade in from a Flip 4. Performance-wise, you're not going to notice that much of a difference. The Plus generation of the Gen 1 versus the Gen 2 is not a huge jump. Are there some, ray tracing benefits for gaming later on down the line? Yeah, but developers aren't going to be there yet. I think performance day-to-day, in fact, anecdotally, I've gotten better battery life on devices that are running the 8 Plus Gen 1 than the Gen 2. So battery life, I'm not expecting a huge improvement either unless they've worked on stuff specifically. But the big things are the outer display. That's the one thing that everybody, and I know people who own this, not enthusiasts, consumers who are coming from iPhones, S21s, regular slab phones that went to this and loved it. But they would love to see a larger outer display. And that's something that people have been clamoring for a while now, and that we got on devices like the Razr Plus here in the United States now. So it's good that Samsung finally kind of followed along and did what we needed to on the front display. So if you're one of those people that didn't appreciate the Flip series as kind of a disconnect device, there are plenty of people who got this, the Flip 3 and the Flip 4, and are fine with the fact that they don't need to scroll social media every 5 minutes. They're fine with the fact that they can't respond to stuff on the display because they're able to filter notifications. Is that important? Is that not important? Okay, if it's important enough, I'll go ahead and open it up and answer it. If it's not, keep it in the pocket. There are people who like that experience with this. If that's you, you're going to be fine with your Flip 4. Flip 3, I think, is suffering a little bit on battery life. I don't like the hinge holdup on the Flip 3. It might be a little bit different. This is an industrial hinge that holds its tension all the way across, 180 degrees. Really nice. You get a little bit of a break here, but that's to kind of hold this 90-degree stuff so you can do your photos and whatnot, and then you get it closed. So the hinge improvement, closing flat, and the front screen for $100, basically, if you're trading in a Flip 4, I think is absolutely worth the upgrade. If you're coming from a Flip 3, $700 is what Samsung is offering you. And I think that's a worthwhile investment as well, because you're getting multiple upgrades now from a Flip 3 to a Flip 5. Not only are you taking advantage of a better hinge, I think the Flip 5 hinge will be significantly better than the Flip 3 hinge. If it's anything based on the jump from the Flip 3 hinge to the Flip 4 hinge, I think you're going to notice that improvement. You're going to like it. But you get closing flat, you get the outer display, but then you get better battery life. You're going to go from 3.5, 4 hours of screen on time on your Flip 3 to 6 plus 6.5 on the Flip 5, which I think you're going to like. Again, if you're somebody who's sparingly using it, disconnect device, phone calls and texts only, then that might not bother you. But for everybody else who wanted a bit more of a flagship level experience, but just in a compact form factor, then the increased battery life is something that you're going to take advantage of. If you're coming from an S10e, a smaller compact Galaxy device, you want to stay in the Samsung family, but you're tired of the slabs. You don't want to pay $1,000 for the same old, same old. You want something different. The Flip 5 might be for you. $1,000, they're going to give you $300 on that Samsung Galaxy S10e. $300. So for $700, less than the cost of a flagship today, you're going to get something that's pretty different. And this is, when we talk about the Fold 4 either tomorrow or Friday, the Fold 5 upgrade, Not going to be that exciting. There are going to be people who have a Fold 2 who have not yet tried a Fold, enthusiasts who are going to want to upgrade to that. That's fine. This is the form factor that's going to get mass consumer adoption. This is the form factor that naturally I've started to see in more and more people's hands. People who are not enthusiasts know nothing about tech. They like using this device. It fits for them. They get all that power of a flagship and a larger display when they need it in this form factor that's compact. They can fit it in their pocket. It fits in their bag, whatever it happens to be. There's benefit to this. It's taking what we already know and shrinking it down. And then when you add the outer display to that, I think you're going to like the experience coming from a regular candy bar device, glass slab, if you're looking for something different. Because you're not going to be lacking on the screen real estate. You get a beautiful 6.7-inch display when you open it up, FHD+. But when you close it down, do that scrolling. I've used an outer display on the Razer Plus. I'm telling you, social media scrolls, the dumb stuff, the stuff that would sink your time, you do it on the outer display. It's quick. It gets it out of your system. You don't even unfold it, and then you go back to your day. Really nice experience on there. So I think that's a worthy upgrade. I think that it's great that they've offered those trade-ins again to entice you to kind of give it a shot. And you have to take advantage of that. I think that the $100 upgrade for the external display and the new hinge from a Flip 4 is a no-brainer. That's what I did. I think $700 from a Flip 3 is pretty darn good to get the battery life and those other upgrades that we talked about. And an older device, you know what? It might be, this is solid enough between the hinge and the display that I could recommend it for just kind of regular use. Just if you're replacing an iPhone, if you're replacing a Galaxy, an older Galaxy, an S9, you could go to something like this and absolutely use it and enjoy it because I've seen people doing it. It's pretty good. And it holds up. Put a case on it. Don't be stupid. Put a case on it. You'll be okay. But I think overall you're going to enjoy your Flip 5 experience. The conversation for the Fold 5 is not going to be as positive. Despite the trade-in offers being just as excellent for the Fold 5, that one is not going to be as cut and dry because there isn't that big kind of design difference between the Fold 4 and the Fold 5 like there is between the Flip 4 and the Flip 5. But like I said, link in the description does help the channel. Really appreciate it. Get yourself one of these. Pick it up in mint. Make the right choice. Pick it up in the mint color, and I think you'll be happy between the outer display and the hinge and the battery life and the performance. It's just a really, really cool form factor. I love the fact that we have competition now in this form factor because I think this is the one that interests me the most. These are the coolest ones to carry around. So take advantage of that. We'll have a comparison of the Flip 5 versus the Razer Plus. That's one I've been looking forward to as well because that's going to be a really cool showdown. This is a phenomenal phone to carry around. Hopefully the Flip 5 lives up to the competition. If you made it this far, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Until next time, have that Steve-licious day.